Hello, hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling and hope you have absolutely amazing day. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create this super quick and simple rocket card perfect for summer holidays. For today's project, I'm going to use a free gift from Creative Stamping Magazine issue 135. In the magazine, you've got lots of ideas and projects to try, but it also comes with a free stamp set collection called Ocean Dreams. You can also download some beautiful design papers, and the images here of the stamps are simply gorgeous. So today I decided to create a card. I'm going to create my card base. I've got my cutting mat, 300 GSM multi-purpose card, and lightweight circle cutter from Made to Surprise. If you don't have circle nesting dice, that is the way to go. At least for me. So I'm going to create a circle slightly smaller than 6 inches. So this way my card can go into 6 by 6 inches envelope. So let's create the big circle first, and then I'm going to use another piece of white card, and I'm going to create a slightly smaller circle. And this is all we need to do to create our card base for a rocket card. How cool and simple that is, right? So this time my circle is going to be slightly smaller. And when this is ready, then you have to decide how do you want to decorate your project. As you saw for today's project, I'm going to use some beautiful stamp sets from Creative Stamping Magazine. So with the bigger circle, I'm going to fold it in half and use my bone folder to burnish it. And that will be the base. When this is ready, then we can place that smaller circle on top. However, I'm going to decorate it first, which is super simple. First, I decided to create a sky effect. To do it, I'm going to use Distress ink, and I'm going to use my ink blending tool. And this is really cool. Just to save some time, I've got a scrap piece of paper underneath. So this way I don't have to clean my glass mat, which I think is really cool. How often do you create cards with sea creatures? And if you do have your favorite, please let me know in the comments down below. I really hope I will inspire you to create your own make with that beautiful stamp set collection. I think it is perfect for any summer make. So when this is ready, now I'm going to choose some stamps from that beautiful Ocean Dreams set. First, I decided to use that dolphin. It is gorgeous, and I thought it has to be my focal element on my card. And I also decided to use 4 seashells from this stamp set. They are perfect, absolutely perfect. So, I'm going to use a scrap piece of card from my previous project, and I do encourage you to do the same. I'm going to use rotating stamp platform from Creative Craft Products, and I have to admit that at the moment it is my totally favorite stamping platform. I do have quite a few, but this one is the best. It is very small and does the job every single time. So I'm going to place my dolphin, and when I'm happy with it, I'm going to use water reactive ink from Spectrum Noir. So this way, when I'm going to add some zigzag on top, some of the lines are going to disappear, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to stamp my dolphin, and I'm going to do it again so I can actually see the lines a little bit better. So with that stamping platform, you can stamp the image as many times as you want, and it will always be very crisp, which I think is really cool. So now when this is ready, I'm going to place the seashells on the piece of card here and then stamp them. But this time I'm going to use Archival ink with that brown shade. So I think that will work so well for the seashells. How often do you create cards with seashells? And if you do have your favorite stamps or cutting dice with seashells, please let me know in the comments down below. Whenever I go to the seaside, I always collect them. I think they're just amazing. Not that many, just a few. but they are absolutely amazing. So, when this is ready, now we're going to decorate our elements. And I decided to use Zig markers, which are watercolor markers. But with the ink I used, the brown, it's not going to bleed at all. And that was the idea. However, with the dolphin, I'm going to use three markers. I'm going to use blue, light gray, and dark gray. And just to make my job easier, I'm going to put a little bit of water on the side of my glass mat. And I'm going to use a wet paintbrush to spread the color around. However, if you're going to use a watercolor card, that technique will be even better. Here I've got 300 GSM multi-purpose card, so it didn't really blend as much as I would like to, but to be honest, in the end I was very happy with the result. If you do have your favorite sea creature that you like to use for your projects, please let me know which one is it. One day, I really hope I'm going to see a dolphin in real life. They are so amazing. And I thought that will be just perfect for the focal element. And I really want to create some dimension on the cut as well. However, I told you it's going to go in 6 by 6 inches envelope. But don't worry, you can always add some double-sided foam adhesive. And that's what I'm going to do later on. To add that realistic effect, I'm going to use a mixture of lighter and darker gray just to show where all the shadows are. And this is really easy to achieve with any watercolor markers. So if you do have some or Zig markers, I really hope I will encourage you to use them today. And have you started creating your projects for summer? If you haven't, this stamp set collection from Creative Stamping Magazine is just perfect. If you'd like to check some of the tools I used in today's video, I left the links in the description down below. So now I'm going to add the eye on the dolphin, and when this is ready, then I'm going to fussy cut all those elements. And I also created some other seashells as well off camera, which you're going to see in a moment because I absolutely love them and I thought today is the day to create as many as I can. So here is my cut base, my sky ready, the dolphin as a focal element, and all the seashells I created. As you can see, I fussy cut them, so you don't need any cutting dice to create those elements, which I think is really, really cool. So when they are ready, then I decided to create a beautiful water. I'm going to create the sea and I'm going to show you my trick, which is super simple. I've got a piece of vellum and I'm going to use alcohol marker. Super quick and simple. I'm going to use a piece of scrap paper underneath and I'm just going to color them. Super quick and simple, going from left to right. And make sure the alcohol ink actually is dry on vellum before you start putting all those elements together. So I left it to dry for about 2 minutes and that was perfectly fine. When this is ready, I'm going to create one more element as well with the vellum. As you can see, when we turn it, it looks beautiful. And that's exactly what I wanted. I'm going to tear another piece of vellum to have that wave effect. Super cool and simple to create that sea scene. So now I'm going to use the blue alcohol marker again and add that color. Super quick and simple. But I'm going to show you the way how to make it even more realistic, like a real sea. And it is super simple to achieve. So if you do have that creative stamping magazine, I really, really hope you'll take it today and create some absolutely stunning projects. And if you do, please let me know in the comments what card style are you going to make. So here is my sky. I'm going to place my panel here. When I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to turn it over and use my scissors to cut the excess off. As you can see, I'm not measuring anything. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to cover it later on. Now I've got another piece that I created couple of moments ago, and I'm going to turn the top to have that wave effect again. And as you can see, I do have a little bit of white here for the wave effect, which I think is really cool. Now I'm going to hold it, turn it over, and use my scissors again. So this way I already have two layers of beautiful sea waves. When this is ready, I'm going to do it one more time. And this time I'm going to have even smaller wave. And this will work perfectly fine. So if you do have any scraps of vellum, I really hope you will create your own scene. I think it is so cool and easy, but it gives you that really cool effect. So now I'm going to use my scissors again, and it will be time to use my liquid glue to apply all those layers on the sky. However, I'm only going to put the glue on all the edges. I'm not going to put it in the middle because I don't want to see that glue later on. And when I place that first layer, I'm just trying to make sure it is stuck properly, but I also give it a little bit of dimension. I'm not really sure if you can see it in the video here, but in real life you can see it. And I think it is really, really cool. So now those waves are ready. And as you can see, I've got all the seashells on the right hand side, but now is the trick how to make it even more realistic. I've got a white gel pen and I'm going to add some small dots and short lines at the top of the waves. And that what really makes a difference here. So if you do have a white gel pen or maybe gouache paint, that will work perfectly fine. And now we can see all the dimension. And because I only put the glue on all the edges of the waves, I can put my dolphin in between them, which will give me even more dimension. And I absolutely love it. So, what do you think about those waves here? Do you like them? Please let me know in the comments down below. So now when this is ready, we can place our waves on the card base. I'm going to use my liquid glue again because I do have time to maneuver the elements if I need to. When this is ready, I need to put some seashells around my circle. And to add even more dimension, I decided to use some double-sided foam adhesive. However, I'm going to use it on every second shell. And this way, it's going to be very dimensional and it will give my card even more interest. How often do you use double-sided foam adhesive for your projects? And if you do have your favorite way to do it, please let me know. This one is from the wax, and I think I need to get even more of this because this is my totally favorite double-sided foam adhesive. So as you can see, I'm trying to repeat the same pattern with the seashells, and I'm so happy that with the Creative Stamping magazine, you got 4 different seashells. So this way, your projects can be even more amazing. And this is so easy to do. However, if you struggle with double-sided foam adhesive, you can always use a pokey tool to make your job easier. And as it is rocker cut, it will rock. But if you put some seashells at the very bottom, that might be a little bit tricky. So make sure there is a gap between the very bottom of the cut and your seashells. So now I'm going to use my pokey tool for those smaller pieces, and that works perfectly fine. So, what do you think about that seashell border? Do you like it? Please let me know in the comments down below. As you can see, this card comes together super quickly. So, if you do like sea theme projects, this stamp set is perfect. And if you like it, I left the link to it in the description down below. So when this is ready, now it will be time to put our dolphin. And as you can see, I already have all the dimension I need with those waves, which I think is really cool. So all the decisions to finish the card will be what sentiment I'm going to use. To be honest, in that stamp set collection, Ocean Dreams, you do have couple to choose from. However, I was very lazy today and I decided to use one of the cutting dies I had in my stash for many, many years. If you've seen my previous projects with birthday cards, you probably recognize that cutting die set from Crafter's Companion. So now it will be time to put a dolphin. And as you can see, we can see the very fin at the bottom through that wave because I use vellum, which I think is really cool. I'm going to add some double-sided foam adhesive only at the very top, so I'm going to create even more dimension with that dolphin. When this is ready, all we have to do is to add the sentiment. And if you really, really want, you can add a little bit of bling. However, I decided against it today. So here is my happy birthday sentiment, and I die cut it using gold mirror cut. I absolutely love it, and I think it just works so well with those brown seashells. So, what do you think about it? Do you like it? And I do encourage you to use vellum for your projects because this one was not only super easy to create, but it is very effective in real life. So the card is complete. It has a little bit of shine because I used the gold mirror card. There is plenty of space to write your message and it stands proudly on a flat surface. So if you like this card, please let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already because there are more videos coming your way very soon. Have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. Bye for now.